Rusty Quill presents.
Push the Roll with Ross Bryant is an Ain't Slayed Nobody production and is intended for mature listeners only. Check the show notes for content warnings and please listen with care. Want to get involved? Back us on Patreon at Ain't Slayed Nobody and submit your ideas for our improvised games. Your suggestion just might inspire our next Call of Cthulhu adventure. Join today at patreon.com/ain'tslayed.
How does F1 turn data into insights at 200 miles per hour? AWS is how fans get inside the strategy. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Welcome to Push the Roll with Ross Bryant. It's so great to be back. We don't know what we're about to do. The blank sheet of paper is in front of us. We have no idea the horror scenario that we're about to improvise for you right now. Today, I am with my wonderful friends and guests. We've got Cup.
Hi.
I think you're supposed to say something, Cup, after.
I did. Coming in strong with a tepid and anticlimactic hello.
It just took you a second.
Yeah, what a tepid introduction.
Yeah. Hi, Ross.
Howdy there, Cup. We've got my pal Rashawn Scott.
Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing today?
Doing lovely.
Good.
We've got Paula Deming.
Oh, hello. It's me. I'm Paula. I'm here.
Yes. And we are also joined by Ashley Burch.
Hi.
Wow. What a fun crew. They're a great group of people that all knows how to say hello to me, and I'm lucky to have them. Ashley, thank you so much for joining us. You're kind of our special guest for this episode.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Cup, do you have a massive list of the titles submitted by our friends on Patreon?
I do. So I have taken the more than 100 titles submitted and randomly created a list of 100 titles so that we can roll a D100 in the spirit of Call of Cthulhu.
Ooh.
Wonderful. We roll D100s around here. So, Ashley, would you like to do the honors and roll a D100? Tell us the result and let chance decide what our title is?
Oh, my God. I get to do it. Okay, here I go. Do I remember how to roll a D100 and read it? 70.
70.
Whoa, did everyone just feel that?
Yeah.
A nice round number.
Oh, this is interesting because I feel like we've kind of been avoiding traditional classic Call of Cthulhu, Ross, but this title comes from Dazzy on patreon.com/ain'tslayed, and the title is The 1931 Miskatonic University Reunion Disaster.
Oh, my gosh.
The cosmos is a cyclopean infinity of chaos. Infinite branching paths stretching off to vistas in the distance that will drive the mind mad. Shall we shrink in the face of all this? Or will we climb aboard the chaos and ride it to the end, letting chance guide the way? This is Push the Roll. We're rolling dice against your Patreon suggestions to create improvised Call of Cthulhu adventures in real time, with themes of eldritch horror, the weird, the transhuman, the transmundane, the cyberpunk, the splatterpunk, the anything punk. We don't know until we roll. Anytime, any place, anything can happen when you push the roll. Okay, the 1931 Miskatonic University reunion disaster. You could interpret this a couple of ways. This is either the reunion that took place in the year 1931, or it's the class of 1931 returning to Miskatonic.
That's what I thought.
Oh, yeah. I love the open-endedness of that.
Then it could be any old time.
That's true.
That's very fun. That's a cool idea.
Or we could play across 2 time periods, Ross.
Oh, we keep flashing back and forth.
Don't tempt me.
Oh my God. He's going to send us through a portal to hell or something. It's going to be so scary.
Stop burning all the good ideas.
Sorry. I'm just going to let you terrify me.
That is interesting because, of course, we've got an actual year in this title, which calls to mind time. The ravages of time, moving through time. Reunions are, of course, a time when we reflect on the past and the ways in which the past has shaped us. Out of curiosity, as our minds are kind of cooking on these ideas, have any of you actually been to a college or high school reunion? I never have.
I have not.
I didn't go.
I moved so far away from where I grew up that it was like I could go back for that, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
My only reference point is the 30 Rock episode where Liz goes back to her high school reunion and she thought that she was being bullied, but actually she was the bully. Right. That is what my brain immediately conjures is that episode.
Yes, definitely.
I'm from Delaware, so it's like 6 people. So no, I have not gone back to any of my reunions.
I knew that it was happening because, like, through Facebook messages, like, the high school student council group was still a thing. Mm-hmm. But I was like, if we've only been out of school 10 years, who's done anything?
Oh, yeah.
So this is perfect for us because none of us has been to one. So we should just take massive flyers about what a high school reunion is actually like.
This is it. We get to live it now. We didn't have to go.
We get to live it now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. Now is our time to live our dreams. I kind of like the multi-time of it all.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Whether or not we actually move through time, let's have this be a 20-year high school reunion. So our show is set in the year 1951, but we are the class of 1931. Just thinking about that time period, that's kind of interesting. That's the people who would have been at Miskatonic University right before World War II, and probably their lives were affected by that kind of greatest generation thing. They maybe, if they didn't directly serve, their lives were certainly touched by that convulsive world historic moment. And now we're solidly in the 1950s. We are in the new Cold War consensus of America. But we're going back now, back to our glory days at Miskatonic University. For the uninitiated, Miskatonic and Miskatonic University is a reference straight out of the canon of H.P. Lovecraft, the certified bad guy and freak who wrote the stories that this game is based on. But Miskatonic University, imagine it as sort of like, it's not necessarily Ivy League, but it's a school like... You know, there are those schools that are very prestigious, like maybe University of Chicago or something. They're not Ivy League, but they're just almost. And Miskatonic is one of those. It's just as old. It is a campus of Gothic spires and beautiful brick buildings nestled in Arkham, Massachusetts. And that's where you all went to school. So let's start to think about who you are. Let's pop into those pre-generated character sheets and begin to see who you are. And a lot of these are defined by occupation. So maybe these are what you majored in. Sometimes, although very often what you study in school doesn't end up being what you do.
I'm going to do a thing where I let my dice decide everything for me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I'm going to roll to decide the folder and then roll to decide the character.
Yes.
And maybe deeply regret all the choices that I just stated.
That's fun.
But they won't be your fault.
Oh, I'm going Old West.
Yes.
Great. You were a graduate of Miskatonic University, but you're coming back as the proprietor of an old-time medicine show.
I'm a farmer, as it turns out. Angel Coffield.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You certainly could be. I'm thinking just with the 50s of it all. Now, granted, you're graduates, but... just as a cultural touchstone, something that's kind of swimming into my mind is something like Mona Lisa's smile or...
Yes. Yes.
I'm sadly unfamiliar.
It's Dead Poet Society, but girls, though. I don't know if this is something that you want to play with, but in this era, of course, you play anyone you like. But there was a kind of stereotype of people attending university, and especially women attending university, that you were going to university not so much to get an education, but to get a husband.
Right.
And that these were sort of like husband farms for a certain sort of person.
Got to get that MRS degree.
Exactly.
If I embrace the farmer, I have a handlebar mustache, which doesn't preclude me from being a woman.
Absolutely not.
The name's Angel, right? But you can name the character anything you'd like. We reskin these sheets very heavily, add our own inventory items, move skill numbers around so that it kind of fits the mold that we want the character to exist in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Let's play with the reunion of it all. I know that if I was to go back to a reunion, I definitely just want to see what the hell these people had gotten up to in the intervening time. But I feel like kind of an underlying energy of reunions is that you go back kind of with something to prove. You want to show that you have maybe made something of yourself, or if you didn't feel maybe respected in your school, that you want to go back to show them all what you have done.
I'm having a thought. I was looking at the academic sheet in the official Chaosium folder, thinking about being like the one who never left.
Love that.
Kind of just stayed in academia. Maybe I somehow managed to get a master's. Maybe I'm a adjunct professor, now here teaching home economics, women's studies. I kind of never left. I've always still been here. But what will everyone think when will they be impressed by that? Or, everyone else went and had adventures and I just kind of stayed, maybe.
Yes. Oh, man. Yeah.
I like that.
I'm going to make this farmer work for me. The thing that Angel has to prove is that when he was at university, he was this like scrawny nerd that sort of was dismissed by everyone. And given the sort of political and cultural upheaval of the last World War, he's gone deep into masculinity. So he left all of his intellectual pursuits behind and he went full farmer. So he's coming back hoping to seem like a salt of the earth, masculine, chip on his shoulder type of guy. Hence handlebar.
Yeah.
In this era, much like now, I think there was this kind of like crisis. There always is a crisis of masculinity, it seems, because we have to give these grandiose labels to masculine neuroses that constantly recurs. So maybe Angel is going through some of that. Interesting. Do you have a name cooking up here, Paula, for your academic?
Well, first name, I think Diane, maybe?
That's all right. I'll change my name.
Oh, no, I will do a different one, Rashawn.
No. I was going to call myself Diana, but no. I could think of something else.
Do it. It'll be so confusing for Ross. Do it to Ross. Do it to Ross.
Thanks a lot.
I am happy to pick a different one. You keep Diana, Rashawn.
Is it St. Clair, Paula?
It is. I will not do St. Clair again. I use the last name St. Clair a lot. No. Stand by. Because I could be anything else.
That's right.
I have found in the 1920s folder the nosy neighbor character sheet, which
Oh my God.
Yes.
I had no idea that even existed.
Yes. So, I'm Patter, Diana Patter, the nosy neighbor, aka I think I was just like the gossip. I was that girl. And I'm trying to do some sort of tabloid thing, trying to use my gift of gab and secrets and stuff to like make a little bit of money. But I'm trying to prove to everyone I can be trusted. Like everybody knows I probably knew that I was like gossip and
like a super gossip.
But I'm changed, my children are gone and I guess I don't know. There's not much shaken. So what's going on with you?
For no reason in particular.
No.
I love that. Like Diana Patter, a gossip turned. It sounds like you're almost describing like a tabloid journalist. And it doesn't have to be this, but maybe you submit columns to Look or the Saturday Evening Post or McCall's. Great. Diana Patter.
this has led me to, I think, an even better idea, which is the name Judy Brown. College professor, sort of. They won't give me the title of professor. It's the 1950s. But I teach classes. I do. And I don't get paid as much as the male professors. But it's fine because I have a lot of my students' respect and the respect of the other faculty. And isn't that better, to be paid in respect than in money?
Yeah, you get paid in course evaluation scores.
Okay.
Scantrons and such.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Sounds like Judy is coping somewhat, has a little crisis of her own going on. Cup, what are you thinking about?
Well, I was thinking about one thing, and then I opened the character sheet and was surprised by the skills. So I'm going to let this kind of shape who I am.
Oh.
So my name is Hal Meddler.
We've got a patter and a meddler.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Should I be Angel Gambler or something?
Well, maybe Meddler should be the nosy neighbor. No, so Hal...
That's true.
Oh, Diana Meddler?
So I chose a business associate character sheet, but then when I opened it, I saw that art craft cooking was 50%. So I think that Hal sells cookbooks, and he is incredibly into the recipes. He's going to be like a balding guy who tries to slick his hair in different directions with Brill cream. He's got like a little pot belly, carries his leather satchel with sample cookbooks. And
Do you sell them door to door?
oh yeah, this is door to door. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, he's got like the double-breasted suit, probably like out of date to the point that it might have fit in better in 1931. But yeah, he dresses respectably enough to sell things, but he's certainly not fashionable. What does a 1951 salesperson smell like? Like tobacco and coffee?
Hair pomade, maybe?
Defeat.
Yeah.
Dapper Dan.
And just the farmer of it all with your thing, Angel Coffield.
Yes.
This is only because like I'm really digging the mid-century vibes of this, that we graduated like in the Depression. We lived through the war era. We're now coming back in the early 50s. Are people familiar with this moment in American culture, the Alger Hiss case?
Mm-mm.
Is Ashley familiar with this?
This was like an early moment of Red Scare, and it happened in the early 50s. Alger Hiss was a guy who worked in the State Department, and a guy that he worked with named Whittaker Chambers said that he was a communist spy. This was kind of how Nixon made his name, because he was helping to prosecute this case.
Gotta love that guy.
Yeah. But Whittaker Chambers, the sort of witness to this crime, was a farmer, was one of these kind of like conflicted ex-communists who then became a guy who named names. And he famously hid evidence inside a pumpkin patch, in a pumpkin on his farm.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Wow, follow the drinking gourd,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross, I'm not trying to force your hand here in any way, but because you mentioned a pumpkin patch and we don't have like a Halloween special, I'm wondering if the reunion is somehow taking place in the autumn or near Halloween.
That's not forcing my hand at all. That sounds all too Miskatonic. Because all of you as students would know, and probably experienced while you are at school, there is no university in the entire educational firmament of America that has as much occult lore and urban legend built up around it than Miskatonic University. Every building is haunted by a ghost. Every portrait on the wall's eyes seem to move and look at you if you double take at them. The library contains books of indeterminate age that no one should open and read. So you probably, when you went there, all have kind of memories of rather strange occurrences. Maybe none so strange as the adolescent yearning that you experienced while you were there, that you're returning now to get a little taste of. So yes, absolutely. This reunion is a fall ball of sorts. It's a costume party. It's in the week of Halloween.
Yes.
As the Miskatonic reunion is each year. And you are coming back to this little homecoming event. You are going to be donning costumes and going to the Miskatonic ballroom and soaking up the atmosphere of alma mater.
The 1950s reminds me of Carmen Jones and like Pearl Bailey and that whole like, you know, the war effort, like everybody went off to war and then like, what are we supposed to do back at home? And like mink coats and going to Chicago is like the coolest thing you could do if you could get out of whatever small town you were and like look your best if you could.
Oh yeah, that peak like a ladies who lunch vibe.
I also feel like a mainstay of high school reunions is that there's like a lost love or like a missed connection thing. So if you're cool with it, Paula, I'm going to say that Angel had a big fat crush on Judy.
This is great because as soon as you were like, he was like kind of like whatever academic and then he went and he got buff. I was like, okay, that's hot. Judy's going to be all about this. So this is perfect. Okay.
Look who got yoked over the years.
Wow, is that Angel Coffield?
Great. So, since we're already talking plot, let's begin, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Roll for luck if you don't have it. That's 3d6 multiplied by 5.
I have a luck of 60.
55 luck points.
I have 35.
That's rough, dude.
That seems consistent with Hal.
Yeah, exactly. If we had, he's down on his luck all the time. If we have any group luck rolls, I will probably roll it unless Rashawn has a terrible roll.
60?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Life has always been good for me. I'm Diana Patter. Who needs luck when you've got Patter?
Fortune smiles on Diana Patter.
Perhaps that little snatch of dialogue that we just heard Diana say is coming out of the window of a bus as it roars past a sign reading, "Welcome to Arkham." As we move up, we can see the rolling hills of Massachusetts spreading out in front of us as a big harvest moon hangs orange in the sky. We can hear like Studebakers roaring by on the street, playing snatches of the news. We hear as we push towards the town into the campus of Miskatonic, a car drive by and we hear coming out of its window, "Are you now? Have you ever been a communist?" As we move closer and closer to the campus, we see the gambrel roofs of the farmhouses out in Arkham give way to the Gothic spires of Miskatonic University. It is autumn. The hills are the color of fire. Red, orange, yellow paint the forests. The leaves drift down, carpeting the grounds of Miskatonic, and a nip prickles your nose, and a big banner hangs over a student union built of stone right by a quad, by a babbling fountain. The banner reads, "Welcome, class of 1931." And you can hear sounds of rather sedate swing music being played from inside on a hi-fi. How does everyone look as they arrive here to the reunion? We've already touched in with Diana Patter. Where do you think she is coming from?
She's probably coming from like student life offices because she's probably connected with some sort of decorations committee or festival committee. So she's just come from a luncheon with the planning committee for the celebration.
Oh, great. Yes, you've been deeply involved in the preparation of this event. You are a member of the planning committee, naturally.
The color is marigold, not simply yellow. I don't understand. Things were different when I was a student.
Wonderful. How do you think Hal Meddler makes his entrance?
Somehow, Hal walked in, there was just a very brief rain shower right as he stepped off the bus, and then it stopped when he entered the building.
Why is Hal so wet?
Oh, pardon the puddle. It's always raining around here.
So he's dressed as a walking newspaper, And he's basically found articles for every year from 1931 to 1951, but it's all sopping wet now. So you might be able to make out like Hindenburg explodes or like flying saucer reported in Roswell, New Mexico. But all of the articles are just like, ink kind of running down his body at this point. But hey, Drizzle sells soup and soup's page one on my pitch.
Wonderful. We cutting a sad figure.
Indeed.
A little ziggy ass guy comes shuffling through the door.
Oh yes.
How does Judy Brown make her entrance? She's on campus damn near every day.
On campus every day with my classes. I have realized on my sheet here, I have points in anthropology and archaeology, so I think those are probably the classes that I teach, and also an appearance of 70, so she's coming more and more into focus for me. We'll see how much of her backstory comes out naturally. I don't need to dump it all on everyone now, but I think she's dressed as, because anthropology, archaeology, she is dressed as like a Salem witch trial, like accused witch. So very, I was going to say pilgrim. That's not the right word. Puritan costume.
Love it. Love it. So in full Puritan garb, looking like Elizabeth Proctor walking across campus.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
If seen out of context of the buildings of Miskatonic, it is as though the 17th century has come to life for a moment as Judy Brown walks past an autumnal vista, dressed in her black.
I like my historical accuracy. And maybe you hear her in conversation with another attendee who she hasn't seen for a while. Well, I always stayed to be of assistance to Professor Winston. And when he died a few years ago, they just thought, well, I was already assisting with his classes, so I could just teach them why hire a new professor. No, it didn't come with a raise, but I am happy to take over the classes.
How does Angel Coffield kind of enter the fray here, striding under the banner into the student union?
I think Angel deliberately tried to time it so that he was one of the later people to arrive. And he comes in dressed like a cop. That's his costume. He's like, I already have the handlebar, might as well. And because he's jacked now, people are like, did somebody already call the cops? Like, there's people around being like, did someone... He's just tipping his hat to people and looking around and notices Judy and immediately looks away.
She's like laughing with someone and like sipping a drink.
Diana is just staring at you from across the room. Who is that?
My appearance, by the way, is a cool 50, but...
Still. Well, mine is 50 as well, so who is that?
You have a rakish charm, I think, Angel.
Yeah, I have a rakish charm.
In LA 5, but in Miskatonic 10. And I might have missed it. Is Diana Patter dressed for the occasion in a particular costume?
Diana is dressed like a bumblebee. Yellow, like leggings and like a cute little kitten heel. And it's a stripy bodysuit. And it's that the wings are connected to like my sides, but also my arms. So you get a little like wavy wing action.
Yes.
With that. And little like those bobbly antennae, but like one's kind of bobbling like too much in her face and it's kind of annoying her.
Fantastic. So I'd like to kind of move us forward in time slightly. There are a bunch of round tables around a central dance floor. There's a bar with a big brimming punch bowl of red punch and a bunch of little glasses and tea cakes and sandwiches all spread out courtesy of the planning committee led by Diana Patter. And each one of you has a table assignment, and you are all at the same table. There's another guy at your table. It's a young, I say young, a young-looking man. You're all of roughly the same age, within 1 or 2 years of one another, being in the same class and all. He has kind of sandy blonde hair and a receding hairline. He is dressed like a pharaoh. He's got like a pharaoh's headdress, and a little, flail, the things that the pharaohs cross on their chests on the sarcophagus, and robes. And he's seated there just like chatting with you. And of course, he's smoking inside.
Yes.
This is the 50s after all.
Yeah, I think we're all smoking is what I've decided as well. Everyone's smoking.
Yeah. Everyone's smoking. He turns to you, Hal. Now, Hal, I believe you said you were in business. Is that right?
He's going to pull out his satchel and like fumble with it and then just spill a bunch of cookbooks onto the table.
Cookbooks, door to door. Now I know what you're thinking. Another fellow with a satchel full of hope and mayonnaise recipes. But hear me out. I got a victory spam loaf. No, don't laugh. It's a morale recipe from the war years. You crown it with a pineapple ring. Mwah. Suddenly Tuesday tastes like Sunday dinner with the family. You could feed 6 people, or just one guy trying to remember what winning feels like. But these sandwiches, like a cafeteria, like somebody just boiled the flavor out.
Easy there, Meddler. I think you offended the maven of the sandwiches over there, Miss Patter.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry, Diana. I didn't realize.
I'm very proud of you for being an author, but it does not go with the decor of the table. The ashtrays are little pumpkins.
Okay.
Well, I think that's swell. Just swell that you're getting into the game of sales. That's what it takes, Meddler, a can-do spirit and a positive mental attitude. That's what'll make us all rise in life. That's what the Reds don't want us to have. They want us to be all glum bums who want to criticize the system rather than trying to rise ourselves out of it. Don't you know?
This is terribly rude of me, but I don't remember you, pal.
Oh, funny. I didn't remember you either. Sorry. But a nice attempt at historical accuracy on your costume. It's clothes.
Well, I picked it up at Woolworth's. I suppose it doesn't have the historical accuracy as yours. Judy?
Yes. I am actually sorry. I am being intentionally rude, and that's not very becoming. I'll put out my cigarette. But I'm the same as Hal. What was your name? You must have changed a lot since school.
Well, maybe I have. I thought we were in the same World Civilization Survey class. Will Bingham. And Will Bingham holds his hand out to you.
And we do remember Will Bingham, or?
I think you remember Will Bingham as an annoying guy.
Oh, so we were probably friends.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, Will, yes, I remember now. You'll have to forgive me as I give a look over to Diana like, that guy, oh, yeah.
I planned this entire thing, and I do not know who that is.
He was not on the list.
Interesting. Yeah, let's get a roll. Is Will Bingham on your list?
Oh.
You don't really recall. Why don't you give me, just memory-wise? I'm playing fast and loose with the rules here, but, this is a sort of going into your mind palace of your Rolodex and all the people that you mailed out to. I want to call this library use. If you can kind of go through your mental Rolodex, so to speak, can you remember anything about Will Bingham and if you invited him to this party?
And if I don't have a figure in the box, it's 25?
20 for library use, yeah, 20.
Tough if you don't have anything, but maybe you'll remember. It's hard to do on the fly.
67.
He seems pretty confident. You probably invited him. World Civilization, yes. I believe we were in that class together, if memory serves.
Yes.
But then, of course, I went overseas.
Oh.
He shoots a look over at you, Coffield. You're a strapping fellow. I can't say I remember you at all. Tell me, were you in the Pacific, or did you go abroad, or maybe you were working in some sort of metal treatment plant, giving our boys at sea a little helping hand,
I was, and he gives a glance over at Judy to see if anyone recognizes him or can. He's also not doing the same voice. He's affecting a voice. This is not the voice he had when he was in college. I decided to take care of the homeland, became a farmer.
A noble pursuit.
That's swell, just swell. We need proud sons of the Great Plains out there, hewing a livelihood out of the virgin soil and all that.
Sorry, I've been distracted by this all night. Meddler, what are you?
That's right, mister. He's saying what we're all thinking. What the heck are you?
I think he barely has a scrap of newspaper left on him, and he kind of looks down at his dated suit, and he just like...
I was supposed to be the Evening Gazette, but the rain kind of turned me into the obituaries, huh? So now I'm a 1931 time traveler.
I was going to guess used tissue, but sure.
I've got some other garb in the back. This is only my first costume. I can lend you another if you're interested.
Oh, I'm interested, Diana, sure. I mean, what else are you going to do when your costume melts?
Sure.
Diana, you were always so social.
I'm just trying to make sure everyone has a good time. There's a photographer running around here, and I want to make sure we have photos of everyone for the next one.
Wow, you certainly have a fine head on your shoulders, Miss Patter. Forgive me for asking, but is there a Mr. Patter?
Sadly, he has gone on to the great maker in the sky.
Condolences.
Oh, dear.
He lived a good long life. We had children, but now, you know, the days are longer than they used to be, so I'm here. I threw myself into the program.
Did you meet here at the university?
Yeah.
Right, Bill Patter.
Yes, exactly. There's this big banner in his honor that's just hanging here.
Yes.
In memoriam.
Off to the side, there is a whole in memoriam section, which I would say is probably quite substantial. Not only Bill Patter is there, but many folks who probably served in the war. And there may be a few students that you recall who maybe met untimely and mysterious accidents when you were at school, lending Miskatonic even more of its dark glamour. Well, I find companionship to be a great comfort, Miss Patter. Well, perhaps we can trade addresses if I ever find my way into the city.
Maybe you want to back off a little bit, Will. A bit forward for a grieving lady, wouldn't you say?
I meant nothing by it. Don't arrest me, sir. Don't arrest me, copper.
Thank you, Angel. I appreciate it. Let's see how the rest of the evening goes. I haven't even seen you on the dance floor, and you want to correspond with me? Shake a tail feather. Then we'll see.
You can see how I cut a rug, and then maybe then our John Law over here won't be as overbearing. Once I've proven myself out on the dance floor. He kind of scoots away to fill himself up a glass at the punch bowl.
Could I do I don't know what it would be. Sort of like the equivalent of a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something about this guy that's rankling me.
If you wanted to maybe notice something about him, the way he's dressed, or notice something in particular about anything he's betrayed, that might be spot hidden. If you wanted to notice something about his state of mind or something he might be concealing, that might be psychology.
Okay, maybe I'll do spot hidden because it's better than psychology. And it's a 40, so I have to get under a 40, right?
That's right.
Okay. 12.
Ooh.
Oh, great. That's very good. That's a hard success.
It is, yes.
Yes, a cloying character, this Will Bingham. He's already dropping these sort of red baiting lines at you and being a little bit pushy. He's in his pharaoh outfit, so that, of course, doesn't tell you much, aside from he grabbed it at Woolworth's, as he said. But what you noticed with that spot hidden roll, that hard spot hidden roll, is that something he didn't take off as a nod to his outfit is probably something that preceded it, which is a pinky ring on his left finger. It looks almost like a class ring. It's pretty fat. It doesn't have the colors of Miskatonic on it, though. There seems to be a seal of America on it. What that would tell you is that Bingham, no matter what he's said to you, has some affiliation with or perhaps works for the government.
I think while Angel is studying Will as he leaves, Judy is kind of studying Angel, and then we'll kind of lean forward and say, "How do you like my costume, Angel?"
It's seems period accurate.
Yes, I think you would know. Didn't we do a reading of... Oh, no, it hasn't been written yet. It's literally written about this time.
Could have been the workshop.
Didn't we do a student written play reading about the Salem witch trials back when we were both students here. If you are the Angel Coffield that I think you are.
I didn't think you would remember that.
Well,
I had a small part.
I remember that experience very strongly. It's actually when I first became closer with Professor Winston. But I remember you, of course, and you changed quite a bit, I think. She takes a long drag of her cigarette.
Yeah, you were always close with that Professor Winston.
We had a very special kind of relationship. And it was very sad, his passing. But it's been 3 years.
Right. 3 years. Long time.
Long enough, I guess.
Ding, 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 ding. Bingham is drifting back to the table, hustling back because it looks like someone is getting attention in the center of the dance floor. This is someone who's like sweeping into the center of the dance floor dressed like Marie Antoinette. She's got a big pile of hair, like false hair up on her head in a huge sweeping gown. This, you know, immediately is Ginny Van Vreeland, the social doyenne of your class.
Of course it is.
You've worked very closely with her on the planning committee, Diana.
Vinny, how you doing, honey? Enchanté.
Yes, enchanté, darling, she says as she sweeps by, whacking her glass with a tiny little spoon. Well, it seems as though everyone has their table settings, and everyone has been divided up into their teams. Now, of course, this is elective only, but before we get into dancing and the rest of dinner, we thought it might be fun to recreate one of the smashing successes of the year 1931 by staging what was the gas of the season when we all graduated, the Miskatonic class scavenger hunt. She tries very hard to try to get some applause going.
Yes, yes!
Fun idea, Diana.
It's going to be so much fun. Weeks and weeks of planning. It's exciting.
Oh, I'm really good at these scavenger hunts, yeah.
Hey, I bet you are, Meddler.
Yes, and Ginny Van Vreeland is directing everyone to the pumpkin ashtrays. There's a little piece of paper underneath each one, and each one has a list of things to grab for the scavenger hunt. Whichever team brings back the list of treasures on the sheet first will win a prize and then be the sort of the kings and queens of the event going on into the rest of the evening. This is, of course, something that you remember from when you were students. This is a big social set piece of the school year.
You think we got time to grab that costume before the scavenger hunt kicks off? I'm starting to prune here.
Oh, absolutely. I lift the curtain of the table and just roll out a suitcase. There's a frog, there's a knight, there's the moon, and a lampshade.
Be the moon, Hal. Ooh, or a lampshade. Either the moon or a lampshade.
Are you commenting on my figure, Judy?
No.
Because I'm built for comfort.
Oh, no, Hal, no. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry. I would never. I'm so sorry. No.
Oh, don't be so sensitive, Meddler. Put on the moon.
You've got a lovely crescent shape. Don't do that to yourself.
Well, I sell cookbooks. I gotta test the goods. Can't sell a souffle on speculation.
Of course. No, and I would never pass judgment.
You can't trust a skinny cook, they say.
There's so much spam, you know?
Yeah.
I've become somewhat of a connoisseur of sodium.
It's a spam cookbook?
You know, spam's not in every one of them, but, you know, about 85%.
Even the Jell-O molds I was looking through earlier.
Yes, I was thumbing through one of these books, Meddler. It's mostly Jell-O molds.
Oh!
He holds up to the book, and there's a picture of like a green Jell-O mold studded with pineapple and like hot dogs.
I bet those sell like hotcakes.
Oh, gosh.
You know, I've been thinking about rebranding, and well, if you ever want to move product, Diana, we ought to slap your name on it. Diana Patta. It rolls right off the tongue. You know that's how they built Betty Crocker.
No, I don't think I want hot dog jello molds attached to my name.
Who would, Diana? Who would?
He's like slipping the moon costume on as this is happening.
Yeah.
Zipping you up like, no thank you, but you... Yeah, there you go.
Bingham has already tugged the little scavenger sheet out and is kind of rising to his feet. It's like, well, shall we then?
Oh, I just want to look it over one time.
Certainly, I would have thought that you'd compiled the darn thing.
No, that wouldn't be so fun for me knowing all the answers ahead of time. I'm completely in the dark. Rashawn wants to check if there's anything written on the back or the front, something occult that I need to be aware of now.
Wow. Why so paranoid? Oh my God.
I don't know.
It's like the players know we're in Call of Cthulhu.
It's just a class reunion, Diana.
We're having fun. It's a party.
It's just a lovely card stock, and I just wanted to look it over. I think I'm going to use it for a luncheon I'm going to throw after this.
It is a lovely card stock, and you can see a list of items on this sheet. There's nothing particularly occult about it that you would notice.
Okay.
That you notice, he said, so.
Yeah, that's right. The first thing is a piece of bric-a-brac from Herbert West Hall.
Oh my gosh.
The next thing is a pennant from the Nautatorium.
I love this already.
Does that mean it also has a pool? A nautatorium?
That's right. A nautatorium is an indoor pool.
Oh.
Hal was on the swim team. He says that in character.
Hal was on the swim team.
Oh, I'd forgotten how Hal talks about himself in the third person so much.
Yeah, so charming.
It's kind of nice that the moon is talking about itself in the third person.
The third thing is a picture of someone here tonight from the Tillinghast Library.
Oh.
There's a faculty portrait of me if we get there fast. No one will find it first.
And let's see, there's a fourth one,
When he laughs like that, Ashley, it's bad.
It's not good, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
a rubbing from the Galdrin Cemetery.
Oh my God.
Oh, of course. Why wouldn't we?
And you all know that's just like a little super, super old cemetery with some gravestones dating back to the early 1700s that's on the grounds of Miskatonic. This is a place where students go to spend the night to freak each other out, where secret societies and fraternities do their little hazing rituals. And you've been asked to do a little rubbing from one of the stones. So those are your 4 challenges.
Who's got charcoal on them?
When Judy mentions the library, Angel's kind of like, we don't want to go to some dusty old library. Might as well take the air, right? I might check out the cemetery. Fancy a night stroll?
Well, we can't split up. We have to go all as a team.
Well, if we divide and conquer...
Yeah, splitting up's the move for sure. Divide and conquer. Great plan.
Oh. Well...
Even though I'd love to spend more time with you, Judy.
Oh, do you, Hal?
You know, despite what happened back in college.
What happened?
Splitting up might be the way to go. Division of labor and all that. That's what Henry Ford says.
Judy, you're with me, if you like.
Sure, but we could do the cemetery and then maybe the library.
Maybe. Meddler seems like more of a library type. Maybe you should go.
I guess me and the boys will go to the nautatorium and get some bric-a-brac, while you two hit the library and the cemetery. Everyone meets in the cemetery.
Well, gee, I don't think Angel wants to go to the library, Diana. So maybe we hit the nautatorium and then the library.
That sounds good to me.
Just look for a picture of me. It will be fine. Can I do a psychology roll? It's not good. I only have 10%. But why does Angel not want to go to the library? I would have to roll very well to get any insight on this. But it strikes me as strange.
Ross's face.
I will say that Angel is easy to read.
You could just ask.
That too.
That would be rude, and I've rolled a 69. So I I'm not going to bring it up yet.
On some shows, that's a crit, but not this one.
Not on.
Other tables are already kind of standing up and fanning out.
Oh, we've got to go.
Do we all have different lists, right? Or are they the same?
You get the sense that other tables have different lists. There might be some overlap. And once again, it's a piece of bric-a-brac from Herbert West Hall, a pennant from the Nauditorium, a picture of someone in attendance from the Tillinghast Library, and a rubbing from the Galdron Cemetery.
I just want everyone to know I've been holding a fake cigarette this entire time, off camera. I just realized it. I'm gonna put it down, ash it.
It's good space work, you know?
Holding a flashlight, but also having a cigarette.
Yeah.
Are you sure none of you got an extra smoke for old Hal?
I've already given you a costume. Are you not prepared?
I'm sorry.
I knock the box and hand him one.
Thank you. He pulls his out, but it's sopping wet, his box of cigarettes.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we will go to the cemetery and perhaps Herbert West Hall for the bric-a-brac then, if you all are going to the Nauditorium and the Tillinghast Library.
And Will Bingham is looking at you all like, so who am I?
Well, Willie, why don't you just join us? Me and Hal.
The more the merrier.
I love long walks by the pool.
Oh, very well. He like tries to do a chivalrous little maneuver where he pulls out your chair and sends you away. Diana?
I stand up, I curtsy, I throw my arm out and see if we can link arms and get going.
Great. Yes, he extends an arm to you and away you go.
And I feel like Hal never sat back down after he put on the moon costume because he just can't.
Yeah.
I want to say to Hal before he leaves, you just watch that guy kind of around Diana. Gives me the willies.
Oh, yeah, we'll keep a close eye on him. So he's the creepy one?
Yeah, for once, Meddler, it ain't you.
The best night of my life.
Great. Off you go. Let's follow Angel and Judy. The tension is already electric between these two.
Oh, I have to say, Angel, as we're walking to whatever location of the two we're going to, I don't remember you being against books when we were here at university. Did something happen, one bite you in the last 20 years?
It's not books as a general rule that I'm against. More, the Tillinghast Library is where all the yearbooks are, right?
Oh. Yes, that's why they would have us go there for a picture of everyone. I'm the academic, and yet I didn't even think of that. That's really smart, Angel.
Yeah, just, funny thing to say at a reunion, not interested in dredging up the past. People get, sentimental around stuff like that. Just not interested.
Okay. Well, noted. And we don't have to talk about the past and how much you have changed since I saw you last. We will just breeze past it.
Yes, and suddenly on your right looms the large building, the Herbert West Hall. This is where the anthropology department is. This is where much of the history department is housed, geography and studies of other cultures in this building. And this is where you've been told to get a piece of bric-a-brac. You can continue on kind of through the campus. There are trees up ahead of you. You could go down a little lane and into the forest, and that is where the Galdron Cemetery is.
What exactly is a bric-a-brac?
Oh, it's like a knick-knack or a tchotchke? Or,
right.
Just like a random piece of decoration. A little, we have little like rocks, old rocks that have been dug out of the ground, and things in the building here. This is where I teach a lot of my classes.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know you taught now.
Oh, yes. Well, I've took over once when I was assisting, Professor Winston, and then, I've taken over his classes after he passed. So, I do. Yeah. Or, maybe a motivational poster of some sort from from one of the rooms would be appropriate.
That's really great, Judy. I remember you saying that you wanted to be an educator one day, and you finally made it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was hard to leave, and then I just never did. And so, yeah.
'Cause of, Winston, I'm guessing?
Yes, I'm realizing maybe you're not the only one who doesn't want to dredge too deeply into the past.
Sure. Well, why don't you, go ahead and find a bric-a-brac since you know so many synonyms for it, and I'll just, keep watch.
Well, come with me. Don't let me go through these dark rooms all by myself. It's all creepy in here.
And it is dark as you enter the door of the hall. Moving through these hallways, this academic setting does have a strange eeriness after dark that you've felt countless times, Judy, as you've exited this building after dark. It is shadowy. The electric lights are not on. 1 or 2 bulbs burn at the ends of hallways, but for the most part, power is being saved here. Your footsteps echo down the hallways, and you know that there are, like, trophy cases, is a way to put it, of things taken from various digs and interactions with these anthropological studies, both in like early civilization type artifacts and gifts from other universities and museums from around the world are sent here to be studied and analyzed.
Angel, I have the perfect idea. It will make Will Bingham just seethe, I think. If we have this tiny little bit of carved Egyptian hieroglyph that's in one of these cases. And if we pull that out, then we can show him, like, this is what a real pharaoh would have.
Oh, that'll definitely get him.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, we'll lead the way.
I'll go right to where I know that kind of, ancient Egypt kind of little bits of things are.
Wonderful. You go up the stairs, the wooden stairs that creak under your footsteps, up, and you now find yourself in a classroom with a case that was there when you were a student. It's made of wood. There are glass panels that sort of hinge outward. And when you were a student, it was crammed with little bits of ceramic with cuneiform writing on them, little jade icons taken from digs on the far side of the world, stone tools, early metal implements, tribal lapidary work. It's all in there with little typed on a typewriter informational cards next to each one. But a recent acquisition, as you mentioned, is this piece from a dig in Egypt. You see it right there. It is a piece of jet black stone worked with hieroglyphics. It appears to be sort of a broken tablet. If you've ever seen, like, the Rosetta Stone, it's rather like that, except in miniature. It's about the size of your palm.
I think this will count as bric-a-brac. What do you think, Angel?
Looks good to me. I'm surprised you could see it with no goddamn lights on.
I walk by these cases every day.
Sure. Well, is the case open? If we try it, does it actually open or is it locked?
Yeah, if you tug on it, it swings open at your touch. Of course, like honor system, you probably shouldn't be taking things out. You definitely tell the students not to. But this is the scavenger hunt for the class of 31.
And I'm faculty.
And you were faculty.
I'll take a little, like, match box out that I always carry for my cigarettes. And I'll say, oh, do you need a little light? And I'll strike a match to just hold just the tiniest bit of illumination around the piece.
You can now see just the typewritten legend that you've seen 1,000 times as the fire flares up in front of it. And typed there under it, it says, Tablet of Khonsu. Khonsu.
Tablet of Khonsu. Yes, that will be perfect. And
Angel is looking at Judy, not at the stone, is all I wanted to say. As you struck the match, she's like...
The fire is so bright and the stone so dark that it reflects it like a mirror. The light is sort of refracted by the surface of this little jagged tablet, and you can see the hieroglyphics worked onto it.
Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, sure. Yeah. The honors.
Yeah, take it.
Okay. I grab for it, expecting something scary to happen. Grabbing for it.
Make a spot hidden.
Okay.
Both or just?
Just Angel, who is reaching for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just missed it. Maybe I'll spend 2 luck.
Or, I'll say this, another option, probably not strategic in this case. Spending luck to bring it down is probably the way to go here.
Uh-huh.
But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you failed a roll you really want to succeed at, you can spend luck, or you can push the roll.
Ooh.
When you push the roll, you try again, a little bit harder, trying a different strategy to achieve your ends. So you just roll again and see if you succeed. And if you succeed, you succeed. But if you fail a pushed roll, something bad happens to you.
I'm only 2 over, but I'm also like, that's the name of the show. And also, I kind of want something scary to happen. So I'm going to push the roll just for shits.
Great.
I'm a chaotic player. I don't know if you guys know this about me.
That's fantastic.
That's the spirit of this show. So yes, you're pushing the roll in order to grab a piece of rock.
Oh my God.
Like, I really want to impress Judy, you know.
You didn't pick up a rock?
But this is a spot hidden, so it's more as though you're trying to discern something, see something about it.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Oh my God! What did you do? I got a 92.
Ooh.
Definite fail.
Something bad happens to you.
Yay!
Cool. I like that.
Ross's delight.
Twisted, young man, twisted.
I'm here to be of service, you know? I just want to.
We're just here to entertain. We're here to give the folks what they want.
We want you to have fun too, Ross.
Thanks, guys. The match flares. You reach for the little tablet and pluck it up. It's in your hand. As I said, you saw the light dancing on its almost mirror-like surface. You're trying to see something about it. And perhaps you try a little bit harder to see something about it, putting it right up close to your face, per the rules of pushing a roll. And you fail your pushed roll. But when you fail, sometimes you succeed, but more so.
Oh, no.
The light of that match dancing in its surface, as you look at it, you're suddenly captivated by its beauty, Angel. You're a farmer. You work out in the fields, cultivating your crops, and probably get a beautiful view of the nighttime stars if you walk your property in the evening, away from the light pollution of a town even as small as Arkham. And the light of this match suddenly resolves in the dark surface as the night sky. You see the dancing lights of 1,000 stars on the surface of this piece of stone. As you hold it up to your face, it is as though you are falling into it, into the space that it seems to represent, a cosmic space. And for a moment, you have the impression that you are not holding a piece of stone, but you are rather holding a hole in space, that this is an aperture through which your consciousness could fall, that this is not an object, this is a gate, this is a door. You see the light reflected in 1,000 stars, constellations that are unfamiliar to you, and you see your reflection as well, but your reflection is 20 years younger.
Oh.
How does F1 turn data into insights at 200 miles per hour? AWS is how fans get inside the strategy. AWS powers next-level innovation for millions of businesses.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Burner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.
Thanks so much for listening to Push the Roll with Ross Bryant, an Ain't Slayed Nobody production. You can follow me on Instagram at RossBB, and if you enjoyed the show and want to shape future episodes, join us over on Patreon at Ain't Slayed Nobody. Find us at patreon.com/ain'tslayed. Subscribe, submit your title ideas, and help decide where our next roll takes us. Catch you next time.